Okay, welcome to episode 9 of my second Sunday skateboarding sessions. This is actually the second Monday because yesterday, which was Sunday, was pretty cold and rainy, and decided to defer to doing this on the Monday where we get a bit of a break in the weather. But having said that, I'm under my carport, which is pretty much the only dry bit of ground here. The rest of the driveway is still damp, so this is going to be a somewhat limited session today. If you're new here, this is my 10-part series where I run through Braille Skateboarding's Made Simple Volume 1 series of tricks, which is 7 tricks, including the ollie, frontside 180 ollie, backside 180 ollie, pop shove-it, frontside, pop shove-it, heel flip and kick flip to try and I'm trying to run through those tricks to either learn or improve upon them as part of my sort of getting back into skateboarding proper and getting back to perhaps where I was. Last session was pretty good. I had my pop shove-its down fairly consistent, and that is actually a completely new trick for me. Even back in the 90s when I was at the peak of my skating, I never actually learned pop shove-its, so that's been a bit of a win for the series so far. I'm not going to go on too much longer because it's 4 o'clock and sunset here is around sort of 10 past 5, so I've only got a limited time to get through and get this video done, so let's just get on with it. Alright, so as I said, we're pretty limited here, but I'm just going to start with some ollies. And this is definitely on a hill here. Alright, let's do some moving one. It's not a lot of run up that way. The ground's all wet and I don't want to make my wheels slippery, so I've got like one driveway square of run up. Right, I think you get the idea. We'll move on to 180 and again, this is going uphill, so it's going to be hard to roll away from these. See if I can do one from this way, but the driveway is pretty wet from here as well. And I can't go too far that way because I've got about a 1-inch ledge that I'll hit. I might leave it at that for 180 ollies. You can see I can do them. And going this way, I'm rolling away because obviously that's downhill that way. But as we haven't got a lot of light left, the sun's pretty low. I'm going to keep moving. We'll try backside ollies. We'll do some stationary ones first. Alright, try some moving ones. Try a couple going the other way. leave that there and move on to pop shuv-its. As usual, I'll start with some stationary ones. I don't have any grass anywhere I can land on here, so just straight onto concrete first try. Alright, do some of those moving. Try one from this angle, even though it's not the best. In this direction I've got the choice to either crash into that pole or into the camera, so, or into the ledge. Well, most of those are pretty good, but I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. Keep pushing on with frontside pop shuv-its. Start with these stationary as well. Just deliberately keeping my back foot off on these ones. I think I might have just had a bit of a breakthrough here. I've been doing these with my feet further onto the back of the board. It looks like having it at the front gives me more control, but we'll see. Anyway, try some moving. Bit of toe drag, but I landed that one. Alright, I'm going to leave that there. I think moving my foot further forward is a good move. Seems to give me a bit more control on the sort of spin. Keeps it under me a bit better than where I've had my foot towards the back of the board previously. So I don't lose all my light, I want to go on to heel flips and kick flips. So next up, heel flips. Again, we'll do these stationary. Might limit myself to about 10, like 5 stationary and 5 moving, so we can get kick flips before the sun disappears behind the fences. So here we go. Let's remember, try and wait for the pop and kick forward more than out. Okay, I'm going to do some moving ones. two. Try and get one more with good spin. Definitely not happening. One more stationary one. That's it. Right, leave that there. We'll do kick flips before we lose sun altogether. As usual, standing still to begin with. I'm getting into over flipping again. Instead of the under flips. Try a few moving, and that'll be it. Yeah. I'm done. I'm going to leave that there. I don't actually feel all that safe being in such a small area to skate. I feel like if I fell over I'd smack into the fence or something, but there we go, that's this week. So there you go, that's episode 9 of my second Sunday skateboarding sessions. This particular episode was more an exercise in just getting it done since I wasn't able to skate Sunday, and there was a bit of a break in the weather Monday afternoon that gives me this little window to do some skating today. Tomorrow it's meant to rain all day again. But mainly I didn't want to run the risk of leaving it too late and getting to the end of the week and missing out on my commitment to do these 10 episodes every second Sunday. So I think weather is a fair issue for not doing a session, but rather than skip it all together, I wanted to come out here and at least get the episode done. So yeah, and in this limited space it's pretty hard, but still good that my pop shuv-its are working out. I've pretty much got that locked as a trick, I'd say. Can't do them moving fast, but at least I can do them moving at all, which is good, considering that is a completely brand new trick for me. Never learned them back in the 90s, so I'm pretty happy about having something new for this sort of period in my life. But next week is episode 10. Hopefully we'll get great weather. It will be sort of middle of winter by then, but hopefully we'll have a good day. And maybe in that episode I'll do a comparison of each trick, first episode to the last episode, so you can see if there was any difference over these 10 episodes and whether the effort I put in was sort of worth it. And then after these 10 are done, I might do another series of 10 and we'll pick maybe another series of 7 tricks that are sort of next level up. So I'll leave that here and I'll see you in episode 10. Bye for now.